And yes, it's going to be recorded. Not only recorded on the cloud, but recorded in our hearts as one of the most amazing meetings launching this final process of the Spanish translation of the book, which I almost always have with me, but I think I just gave away my copy. Yeah. All right. Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer. I have a special connection with each person on this call. And I just want to thank you for being here. It would be fun just to kind of introduce everyone a little bit. And I guess we might as well start with Diego. Diego, who I'm just so grateful has put in so much time, effort, and love into the translation of the book. And Diego, when did you actually start this process of translating the book?
I started, I think it was around March 2020.
Yeah, over a year
when
ago.
When I feel that amazing questionnaire or form you sent.
Yeah.
And I think it was a friend of mine, my best friend, sent me I think he sent me your TED talk, and under the TED talk or some Dr. Naram's video, there was a form. Then I suddenly connected with this project, and I chose translation, and the gift was amazing. What has followed, and I don't know. I think I don't have words. Many blessings came through this project and this book, and still many to come, I think.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed is so many blessings come from anyone involved in this work. Anyone who just touches it or supports it or moves it forward, all of these kind of cool miracles start to happen. Not only did Diego work hours and hours and hours, so many, probably hundreds of hours translating the book, but also was one of the miracle mentors on the Miracle Experiment game several different times. And it's such a gift because the words have gone so deep into him when he shares how to do a marma or how to do something. And I've watched videos where I was like so inspired. I'm like, wow, what's possible in his life now? So
you know, I'd like to share something funny about this, because lately, this last year, I from hearing from listening to Dr. Naram and yourself, I feel my way of talking has completely changed. It's something crazy, but I find myself sometimes speaking like Dr. Naram, like doing the same gestures, and it's like, what the heck? It's like, yes, I'm like, believe it or not, and it's like, and I start feeling like Dr. Naram inside, and it's something very weird, but it very, I don't know, like something inside of me has changed, like that energy and inspiration is like, it's like an energy, silent energy in every of us.
Yeah, that's a powerful thing. And what a great person to have imprinted inside of you, or a great model. There's one of my friends was telling me that baby jaguars watch the adult jaguars, and that's how they learn. And what a cool thing to kind of have imprinted on you, this master healer who lived in such a powerful way and changed so many people's lives, and with so much joy and so much passion, and so much abundance, and so what a great thing. Diego. So we're going to come back to you in a moment, Diego, to talk about this process, where we're at, what's needed next. But I just wanted people, first of all, to meet you. And now I want you to meet everyone else. Is that okay?
Nice.
Okay, super. So let's go to, first of all, I want to go to Elena. Elena, yes. So how did you come into the Ancient Secrets world? And what's been happening to bring you to this point where you're excited to help with the proofreading?
Well, as Diego, I saw you in a tech talk, 2019, I believe. And I was just praying for something like that to come to my life. And I found you in Tech Talk, and I signed up for the book. I received it before June 1st last year. I read it in 3 days. And I realized that was my path. I think that's what I mentioned to you when we met in person in November last year here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So, and I wanted to be part of some of the projects, just to serve. I missed the mark for the initial project for translating the book to Spanish, into Spanish. But now when the proofreading opportunity comes up, okay, this is my chance. This is my chance to help. I've been part of this 100 days training. It was just an amazing experience. I did the 30 days detox program, challenging, but I made it. So it's just a privilege, an opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity to serve with such an amazing group led by you, Clint. Nothing of this would have happened if you would not have that trip to India 12 years ago or so. Okay, so I'm very happy and grateful for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Oh, so grateful for you. I remember that first day meeting and just the power of your intention, just wanting to be of service, and it inspired me so much. I'm just so grateful for your participation, and I really do feel like this is a once in a lifetime. I think you described it so beautifully. So thank you so much. I'm excited to see what transpires. All right, let's go next to Michelle. Michelle, what brought you into this Ancient Secrets world, and why are you excited about the proofreading? Oh, you have to unmute yourself a little bit.
Okay. Hi. What brought me to this? I don't know. One day I was just going through YouTube, and I like all this stuff. This is my life. This is Ayurveda. Is what I like. And I bumped into the book that it was going to come out, and here you are and Dr. Naram talking about the ancient secrets, and the book is coming, so I kept always looking up, when is the book coming out? When is this darn thing coming out? For a while I gave up, and I went back again, and I went back, and then somehow in that it happened. I don't remember exactly how, but it happened that I end up following I think the website, I don't know, but I end up with this. I said like, oh my God, this is wonderful. And then I had all this desire to help. I'm a very busy person. However, the little bit that I could, I'm going to offer myself to help, to do what I have to. And as well as Elena, I missed the very beginning too, some kind of misunderstanding. I don't know what happened, but I missed that first part. And that was all right, because later on I worked with Abad, with such a great being. Oh my God, we worked together. It was wonderful to translate. And I remember as the same thing that happened to Diego. Every time I would go, because we have to listen and listen over and over the translations, the talk. And there was a message. Every time I would listen to the same thing, there was a message. It's something magic about this thing. And it kept on getting in my brain. And the result is that I have a lot of knowledge there. I'm acquiring a lot of wisdom through this. And I can't wait to keep on going. And I was going to go to India, but I don't think the stars lined up for that yet. But I will go probably the late summer and do a Panchakarma and learn course reading and all that. But it's been a pleasure and an honor to help and to be part of this. I mean, to me, it's just awesome, plain and simple, awesome. That's all. That's all I could say. Hello. Anybody?
That's so beautiful, so powerful, and so grateful for you and for Abad, because along with the book is also the videos. And so you and him worked so hard on translating all those bonus videos and did it with so much love. And yes. I'm so excited for Abad to join this as well, because Diego, you'd be so inspired how they did it with so much love, so much excellence.
Back and forth, the two of us, back and forth. Yeah. It was pretty interesting how we worked, yeah.
Yeah, and it's so fun. I just can't wait. And I'm holding in my hands now the book in Italian. I'm holding the book in Portuguese, and I just can't wait to hold the book in Spanish. And then so many people are asking about it. And so the fact that we're all together now,
yes,
how it'll change so many lives. In fact, I'll introduce Aida in a little bit. She'll talk about how she's been basically she took the Miracle Experiment game and then just created it totally in Spanish and had a group of 30, 40 people just following the Miracle Experiment game in Spain, in Spanish. And same thing with Pilar. she had a Hmong soup group, you know, all waiting for the book to come out in Spanish. So I'm excited about that. Now I want to go to Karen. Karen, this is my first time meeting you, but what a divine thing that you came right at this moment in time. So let's see if you can unmute yourself and just share what brought you into this space and why are you excited to help?
Yeah, so hi everybody, nice to meet you. I'm Karen. So my mom actually usually does this, not me. My mom's Chris Caswell, for anybody who may know her. But she's been doing this for a while, and she'll talk to us about it a little bit. Has shared very little. I don't know that much, but just to see like how much it's inspired her. And how this kind of relates to me is I've been learning Spanish for 10 years, and that's actually what I'm going on to grad school for, is interpretation and translation. And so when she said that this was something that was going on, I was really excited because I know how much it means to her, and to be able to help so that other people can read and learn about it too. It's just really exciting. So I'm happy to help in whatever capacity, and I'm thankful for being here. So.
Oh, that is so perfect. What a great way to use the gift that you've been studying and mastering is in this way. Oh, that's so cool. I am so grateful for you being here, Karen, and I have no idea what is the magic that brought you into this moment, but I know that I really love and appreciate and respect your mom so much. And it was so fun to be able to meet her in Syracuse, and also your aunt, and just man, what a great, powerful family you have. And so I'm really excited to meet you and get to know you as well. So cool. And I actually think that somehow by working on this book, whatever you're doing with your graduate program and all that will actually get better. My guess is that you'll learn it in such a way it will go deep inside of you. I've had this happen with people. Whenever they work on something like this, it just enhances their capacity in that language as well. So cool. So gracias, Karen. And bienvenido. Did I say that right? I don't know if I did or not. I should have talked Spanish, but I just embarrassed myself. Let's see, así. Tiene español a escuela la semestre pasado y tengo muchos amigos de México, Perú, Ecuador, Guatemala, y fui a México muchos tiempos y también estoy muy, ¿cómo se dice? Fui a España y por lo eso necesito, I don't know, ¿cómo se dice? Introduce you to Aida.
Introducir.
Presentar.
Presentar, yeah.
Yeah. So I want to introduce you to Aida, who I've met in Barcelona area several times, and so inspired by her and how she took the Miracle Experiment game, how she brought it into Spain and to so many Spanish-speaking hearts. She's a powerful force of good, of love, and she seems to manifest whatever she wants. And so introduce Aida, and welcome Abad. I just saw Abad came on too. We'll introduce you in just a second. But Aida, can you introduce yourself, how you discovered the ancient secrets and what?
Well, as everybody here, I think I discovered ancient secrets through your video on YouTube. And after that, I felt interested in knowing more about ancient secrets. So I started to follow you on Facebook, and then learning and sharing what happened and what you were posting and things like that.
Yeah. Then you joined the Miracle Experiment game, and then you helped so many other people participate in it. Anything you want to share about that experience?
Yes, it was so fun because the fact that I was in your Miracle game on Facebook, it inspired me to bring it into a small group on WhatsApp in Spain to people who didn't have Facebook. So that was fun because I shared what you shared with us, and most people liked that experience. And then when it finished, that I told them that it was finished, but they didn't want to finish. So then you launched the other experiment game. So I said them, well, we can continue if you want, and everybody said yes, yes, and they enjoyed it a lot, because some people experiment real miracles, because it was in COVID time here at the beginning in March, April, I think, and it was very powerful.
Yeah, so powerful and such a good taste, you know, of what is possible just when you lean into love. And Aida did that, and she just thought, I can serve in this way. And how many people's lives have been blessed, and it's just a seed planted that can go so far. So thank you, Aida, for being you, and thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah. And now I'm so excited to see Abad joining this call. I don't know if you can unmute yourself, but I feel so much love.
Hi.
I feel so much love every time I see your face, every time I feel your presence. So
Hi.
just everyone's introducing themselves, and you are the one of the people who helped so much with the translation of the bonus chapters in Spanish.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
How did you come across Ancient Secrets, and what's been your journey so far?
I was. Hi everyone. I was looking for something to read, actually, and that's the first book I ever bought on Kindle, because that's the first book that popped up, you know, and well, I really liked it, and then, well, here I am.
Awesome. Well, I was talking to Michelle, she's on the call as well, about how impressed I was, and Janet, she just kept talking about how much love and how much excellence you did with the translations of the bonus chapters. And so most of the book is done before the bonus videos, but in this case, because you moved forward with so much love and passion, the chat bonus videos are done before the book. So now I just thought, we got to put some love into this. And I know Diego put so much effort into it, and the fact that you're here, Abad, and ready with your open heart to work on helping proofread.
Thank
Diego,
you.
doesn't it feel so great to have this powerful team?
Yes, it does. It definitely does. People so open to help, and I was because I didn't have much time this last month. The book project was all the time in the back of my mind, like, when am I going back on it, and when I'm encouraging people, but I couldn't encourage people around me, because I felt it had to come from the Facebook group or from yourself. And
Yeah.
now it's the time.
Now is the time. Abad, what's your vision about when this book is actually available in Spanish? What's your vision of what's possible? What do you think?
There's so many people that can read it, you know. Is so much people that cannot read it right now because it's in English, and that's a huge difference. Like my whole family, you know, my sister and everything, my daughter, my son, all of them they speak English, but my mom, my grandmother, if you go up on the family tree,
Yeah.
it gets less and less people that can actually read it, you know. And is I don't know, at the time we were doing the bonus videos, me and my daughter and, well, my family were really having a really hard time, you know. I cannot tell everything that happened, but my daughter and we were hiding from really, really bad people. And this book worked. It made a miracle. The 100-day course and the book, it was what we needed, you know. Someday I will get into detail on what happened because it's still going on, but it's so much better now. So much better. Yeah.
Well, I'm very excited to hear those details, and I'm glad the miracle in your life, and I see the tears in your eyes, and I feel the emotion in your voice. And I'm so grateful that you chose to serve, and as a result, the miracles are unfolding for you and for your daughter.
Yeah, I you know, I have witnessed it before. You know, the only way for things to happen is to stop thinking about yourself and do it for someone else.
Mm.
You know, like if you have a problem, I don't know, I'm gonna do it on the surface, but I don't know, you need money, for example. Maybe you need money. And I learned that the best way to get money is to help someone else that need the money more than you do. You know, like go find someone else that really needs you think you need something, but you will find someone that really needs it. Like you're not on the most neediest of all, you know?
Yeah.
And if you find someone with such a need and help him, things will happen. You know, that's so that was after the course, but now with the course you have something more tangible. More that thank you for listening.
Abad, that's so powerful. In fact, we just had a call yesterday with Ralph and helping people who are homeless. And he himself was in the 100-day course and then found himself homeless. And the powerful thing is, as he's there, actually homeless, he's meeting all the other homeless. I consider him like a secret agent, you know, like God put him so we can know better how to support Dr. Ram's vision, you know. And I think you're saying it so right. You always help people who need it even more than you, and just helps you. I love Elena. She says, can we share where we're all from? I know Aida is from Spain. Diego says he's from Madrid, Spain. Aida is from Barcelona area. In the chat, just go ahead and put where you're joining from. And Abad, where are you joining from?
I'm joining from Mexico.
Mexico, beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, Abad is in Mexico. Also, Giovanni, I know, is in Mexico, has wanted to help in some way, and so we'll make sure that he's invited. Karen's from upstate New York. Janet, oh yeah, Janet also needs everyone's email addresses as well. In fact, Janet does such a great job of organizing. I'm going to have her introduce herself. And there's also one other person not on this call, in addition to Giovanni, is Monica. Monica, who is my executive assistant, or just supports me. She's like an angel. But she is from, she also speaks Spanish, and she's helped connect so many people through the online consultation with the doctors in India, and she'll translate for them. And then when she translates for them, then she translates a month later and sees the results and is so shocked. So in addition to the book being translated and the videos, the audio book will need to come, but then we need people who are practitioners that can speak Spanish. And so that's why I'm so grateful, Abad, you joined the 100-day course. Elena, you joined the 100-day course. And then anyone who wants to join that 100-day course, it's starting again right now. And if you're helping with the translation project, one of the options is you can get a scholarship or partial scholarship to participate in that. So I just want to put that in there. So if it's of interest to you, you know that's a possibility. So Janet, amazing, amazing, wonderful Janet, you have such a powerful story. And you're doing such a good job coordinating everything. Do you want to introduce yourself, how you came into this world, and why you're so excited for the Spanish translation?
Absolutely. Bienvenidos. I took Spanish in high school, so I was trying to understand what you were saying, Dr. Clint, and I think I got most of it. I've just been blessed by this group. And I'm so blessed to be involved in this translation, just helping coordinate the translators and giving them the information and helping any way I can. I found this group by a friend. A friend recommended that I come on the call and listen. And I was actually given a shout out, and my heart just opened up. It just completely opened up because of the love and the compassion and the support that this group has. And Dr. Clint, I met him in February. If you ever have a chance to meet this wonderful man, this wonderful, loving, giving, compassionate man, do it. Because I don't know, he's he's right here in my heart. Okay.
And
So
you've had such cool miracles happen since then.
yes.
How much weight have you lost?
About 55 pounds.
She
Yeah.
lost 55 pounds and
Yeah.
healthcare, walking again,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
engaged in life. She's traveling and going to Sedona and meditating on these beautiful vortex rocks according to her vision. And I don't know, I just get so excited every time I get a message from Janet. I'm like, what other miracles are happening? Awesome.
Oh, so many. I can't even tell you. My life has changed so much since September. Well, actually, August is when I joined the group, but September is when I started eating mung beans because I had to wait for all the ingredients and everything. But yeah, it's been one wonderful miracle after another. And I can't say enough about how much this book, this translation, and how this growth of this group is going to be to this world. I think that we're just on the verge of something amazing. It's already amazing, but can you imagine when all the Spanish speaking people can read the book, have this beautiful book and hold it in their hands and be able to have that change their lives like it's changed mine and so many other people's. I'm just so blessed.
Yeah, so blessed. And what I love about Janet is, she doesn't know, I mean, she speaks English, and she didn't know technology before, but she just wanted to serve, like so much passion about serving. And I think the purity of that love is more important than the technical proficiency, actually, in anything. Because if you have that passion, that love, that willingness, you can figure out anything else. And so that's why I love the people on this call, because, you may or may not be professional translators, you may or may not be, but you come with a love. And to embed that in this project is more important than anything else. So I'm going to have, Giovanni is going to be able to join the call right now too, which is great. Not Giovanni, Dr. Giovanni, but Giovanni from Spain, who's been helping as well. He's going to join the call. And while he's joining the call, I just want to say that there's going to be something beautiful that happens inside of you as a part of joining this. And the healing process, sometimes it isn't always so pretty or so comfortable. Sometimes there's challenges that come, and we just call those a DT Devo Baba. You treat the unexpected guest as if God himself or herself has come. And so sometimes it may come in terms of interactions with each other. In fact, it's so beautiful. The French translators, when they first started the whole process of translating the book into French, they did not like each other at all. And they were sending messages about they can't work with each other. And at the end of it, they became best friends. And the way they interact with each other and the way they did the whole French translation with so much love, it's so inspiring. So it seems like we're doing something like translating the book into Spanish, but what I think is happening is something else is happening to us, and the real journey, the real beauty, the book itself will be a gem, but what will be polished is the gem that is you. And so just be ready for that, just be ready for whatever is that beautiful thing that will happen inside of you during that process, and just welcome it, practice the principles that Dr. Ram taught, practice the ancient secrets. If you ever get confused, overwhelmed, you can actually press this marma point and say, okay, what do I want? And you just get clear. Instead of your brain focusing on what you don't want, you refocus on what you do want, and then you feel that power, that energy, which can come into that space. And you can feel the blessing of all the masters. Basically, I'm one of the best examples because I was such a skeptic, and my life was really messed up. On the outside, it looked great, but inside I was messed up. And then through this process, so many things have happened. I believe that we'll do more clinics in Mexico. I believe we'll do more clinics in Spain, Madrid, and Barcelona. So who knows what role you'll have in those places. So the deeper you can let the words go through you, the more capacity you'll have to be of benefit, not only to your own family and friends, but who knows how many other people. So having said that, when Giovanni comes, I'll introduce him. But for right now, speak of Giovanni, he just comes in right at that moment. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, so while he's connecting, man, what a perfect timing. It says it's connecting to his audio right now. Giovanni, welcome, welcome, Giovanni. Okay, Giovanni, I just want to see if you can unmute yourself. I want to introduce you. We are moving forward with the translation of the book to complete it in Spanish. And look at this powerful team that is assembled. There's people from all over the place, from Spain, from Mexico, from California, from New York. And we're all here for the purpose with love to complete the translation. So Giovanni, can you introduce yourself? I just have to unmute yourself and just introduce yourself and how you came to Ancient Secrets and why you're excited for this translation.
Okay, I first saw your TED Talk. A friend of mine sent the link to me, and you touched my heart with your message. And I really felt and thought, I wanna have a similar experience than Dr. Clint, in the sense of I saw you how you were being transformed. And I also saw how your dad was healed. And for me, at that point, I was at a circumstance in my life at which I understood that healing was the next step for me. Inner healing and outer healing. So I kept your track. You know, I joined your newsletter, and you were planning a trip to Arizona, the Grand Canyon, and then you changed it to Nepal, I think. Yeah. But then I found out about the book, and I said, oh, I want to link to the book, and that, you know, it just kept each circumstance just focused me to at the end of the training. You know, I did the 100-day training, and I also started helping with the YouTube translation. Some of the videos I did the Spanish translation. Yeah. And if there's right now a need to be of service for the book, I'm ready.
Amazing. Giovanni, he touched my heart. I actually did a clinic in Mexico, and he drove, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours. And, you know, we did a Facebook Live, and he said something so poignant about how Dr. Naram lives on. You know, when someone loves that purely and that deeply, it doesn't end when the physical body is gone. And Giovanni spoke it in such a beautiful way. It always impacted me. And I'm so happy he joined the 100-day course, and that now I saw this message from him on Monday. Do you need any help with the translation? Right at the time when we're having this group. So Giovanni, I think this is one of the most powerful translation groups ever assembled on the planet for a project that can literally change millions of people's lives. It'll be this book, it'll be the audio book, and it'll be many things beyond it. And through our collective hearts, I'm excited to see what is possible and what we can do. So thank you for joining this call. Yeah. Now, Diego, I want to come back around to you about, can you just give an update? Where are we at and what is needed?
Yes, sure. The book is fully translated, and it needs a full proofreading, I think, because I think we should maybe like not divide the chapters, because if we divide the chapters, we can come to disagreements, or it can be mixed up, and, you know, someone may translate it to Latin American Spanish, and some other to Spanish from Spain, and there can be much confusion about that. So I think we need to split the team. I think split the team into Spanish from Spain, and then try to do a Latino version for South America, because it changes so much, the expressions, some words, and I think there's no way to do like a neutral Spanish version for everyone. I mean, we could do. I have no idea. I'm not a professional translator, so I have no idea. If any of you have some idea about this, that would help.
Yeah,
and also we have
a question too, because there's so many different forms of Spanish. So essentially, we have the front matter, 18 chapters, and then the back matter. And
Yes.
so we have all of this that needs to be proofread. And the question is, what's the most effective and best way to do this? And go ahead, Diego.
I think the best way to do that is because I think we've proofread almost 10 chapters, but I would do the proofreading again. And I also have one lady here, a friend of mine, Spanish from Madrid as well. She's slowly proofreading into much detail the whole book, and she could also be a part of this. I think I will check on her, but I think we could all do the reading, like one following the other. So when the first person ends the first chapter, the second person goes over the first chapter, and then we can have a group sharing some doubts, expressions, and ways to translate or correct things. For example, there is no you, there is no vosotros, there is no usted in the book. You know, like the formal way of saying you in Spanish, it's not in the translation. So it's more direct. It's not ustedes. And I know that in South America, they use it a lot. That formal way of saying you. So the version we created is with that not formal way of relating to people. So we need to agree on that, and some other things like expressions. For example, healer, it's used the same word each time we use healer, which is like a thousand times in the book. Master healer, for example, is maestro sanador. We don't use curandero, or we don't use different words. I try to use the same terms every time. So we need to agree on that as well, and just give it the same. Yeah, like trying to be consistent on everything we correct, so it doesn't change. And also like the most difficult thing I feel for the proofreading is sometimes you can read a phrase and realize it feels a bit weird, the meaning. And then we need to completely change the sentence, like reshape it, but without losing the meaning, the meaning and the essence of the sentence. Because sometimes when you translate, even if the translation is perfect, it may sound robotic and like a robot did it or something like that. So we need to give it some extra touch.
These are all really great issues that we should discuss. And I like it. I like what you're saying. Does anyone have any ideas about also some ways about, because there's Spain Spanish and there's Latin American Spanish, other books that are translated, do they normally translate it so there's two versions of it, or is there usually just one version? Anyone have any feedback on other books that have been translated from English? Like, does Harry Potter have a Latin American Spanish? And does it have one Spanish? I'm just curious. And then which Spanish does it use? Elena? Or like the Bible, or I don't know what other.
I'm not sure if there are two versions of Spanish. The way I see this is the overall umbrella strategy. What is the group that we would like to reach with the Spanish version? Is going to be more the Latin American or in Europe, from Spain? I mean, there is the language is the same. The way of speaking is different. Like in Diego, in Spain, you say vosotros, we say ustedes, right? And I heard you about the when do you use usted and when do you use tú. That's also a matter of interpretation of the context of that chapter, right? So if we read the chapter in English and we realize that this is a conversation between Dr. Clint and Dr. Naran. The first time he met Dr. Naran, most likely in Dr. Clint's card was like formality, because he is the first time he met him. So probably in that sense, we can use the state, but it's a matter of being synchronized in terms of the interpretation of the chapters. Then for the terms, like I agree with you, Diego, 100%. Master healer, we won't use curador. So I don't know if in the first translation project, there was like a knowledge vocabulary base, a knowledge base, in which, you know, it's accessible to all translators or proofreaders in this case. So then you go to that vocabulary, because we will have the sense of, okay, I want to make sure we are using the same term, right? So we go to that base or that list or the vocab and check for what is being used. I know I have a friend who's an interpreter in court here in the US, from English to Spanish. And also she translates documents, and they use this vocab list for the terms to be very, very precise. So you, Diego, I see you're saying yes. So there is a vocab list?
No.
Oh, okay, okay.
I was just agreeing with you, and yes, I feel there's the most common vocabulary in every chapter. Like, for example, the word healer, or some other words like healing or disease. Correct. Or something like that. Because, for example, my friend had such a trouble with the word disease, trying to think what Clint wanted to express with disease, because there was like a how do you call that? Un guion in the middle of the word.
Hyphen.
It was like lack of, you know, like lack of health, or lack of ease, or something like that. And then it's like, if you go into that much detail, it can be endless.
Correct.
Sometimes.
Correct.
So,
like you're referring to, like, for example, 2-hour session, 2-hour session. Something like that, like an example. Yes. Okay, so in Spanish it will be una sesión de 2 horas. Yeah, and I can understand in other examples how you can get confused, because in Spanish, we don't use that way of expressing with a hyphen in the middle of 2 words. But we are all English speakers. So then things like that, when we find those words in English in the text, then we can put that in the vocab list, because I mean, perhaps that same term with the hyphen in the middle is repeated. Something that comes to my mind, Clint, is there any way we can search the book in English and, for example, search to find the most common words or the most repeated words, right? So that we have to make sure, because it's repeated, it's important.
Yeah, there's an index that Andrea created. So maybe the index could be creating a consistent word for each of those words.
Absolutely.
Like yeah. You know, I just love watching your brilliance, each of you. And I know we faced a similar situation with Portuguese, because we have Portugal Portuguese, Mozambique Portuguese, and the Brazilian Portuguese. Even Giovanni says, I think the language has to be focused on reaching the most amount of people who relate to that language. And in the end, it was like, there was something like, I don't know how many millions and millions of people that speak Brazilian Portuguese. So then we realized, oh, maybe we need to cater to Brazilian Portuguese more, you know? So, but I like what this discussion is. And I just want to say, I just put this up on Facebook Live just for a little bit, because I know there's a lot of other people that may have solutions or may have ideas. So if you're watching this on Facebook Live and you want to be a part of this translation miracle with these beautiful, amazing people, inspiring people who just shared their story about how their lives have been changed, then feel free to join us. If you don't speak Spanish, you speak another language, feel free to join us. I just want to show you all these beautiful faces. I don't know, Giovanni, if you can turn your camera on again for a moment, just so everyone can see you. But I just love these people so much. And I love how they're inspiring me. by their willingness to serve and make sure this book is available in Spanish. Imagine just from this one language alone. I mean, already what's happening is crazy, but imagine what will happen when it's available in Spanish and then the audiobook is available in Spanish. How many people's lives will change with that we don't even know in such a deep and profound way. So thank you everyone who's joining this call. I'm going to end the Facebook Live now so we can continue on the technical discussion, but I just want to say thank you. If anyone has a desire to be a part of this, to join with us, you're welcome. So love you. All right, I stopped that. I just did an experiment. I felt the inspiration to do it. So anyway, so let's continue on the practical elements of how to do this. Michelle, you have an idea?
Yeah, I think this is pretty easy. Let's make it very easy. I don't think it's difficult at all. That's laughing. I think when we get together, we should read, let's say, I don't know, if a chapter is a little too long, I don't know, to remain online and keep on reading it. And all of us could put our input and just, when I translate, I close my eyes and I just listen. You know, so someone reads it and we all over are listening, you know, and listening. So it's not a robotic, like, you know, Diego said, or Elena. It's not we process it in a very different way as humans, that we have a heart. So it doesn't come so harsh, because robotic could be, you know, doesn't make sense. I had a lot of difficulty at bad. You could do this with, you know, some of the paragraphs, some of the answers, like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right, because Google did it. So if we all get together every time we have to do half of a chapter, we all gather and just, okay, what did you think? Is that all right? Because the difference in Spain and South America or Central American countries is just very minor. And I've read a lot of Spanish books, I mean, that have been translated. And some of them are perfectly fine. And I understand them very well. You know, it doesn't have to be so much into, you know, Spain or South America or Central American. I think we understand pretty much each other, how our language is. That's a suggestion.
Michelle, you're bringing up something so important, because more important than technical accuracy is the emotion. Is the emotion captured and does it transfer into someone's heart? Exactly. And the way that we can really understand that is if it's read. And I don't know, Diego, what you're thinking about this, but I'm kind of digging this idea. Yeah. Where what if we have regular Zoom calls and we read a certain amount of pages, and then everyone can feel into it and take notes, and at the end we can assemble those notes and just talk about it. And if we just do that consistently over the next couple months, by the time the next couple months is over, we have it. You know, we have it proofread in a way that's good. It sounds good as well and touches the heart.
Yeah, that sounds great. And I'd like to throw a question to the group right now, so we can maybe we can start with this. Just to feel, I think that the main difference in between Spanish from Spain, I mean, I agree with Giovanni what he said, what you say about it has to be focused on reaching the most amount of people who relate to the language. And for example, here in Spain, if we say, like when we say, what do you think, Dr. Clint? We say, ¿qué piensas?
Yeah.
So I don't know if to Latin American people that would sound weird, or because sometimes I have Latin American friends and they make fun of Spanish people because we say we use, you know, that end of the word, you know, like you piensas, dices, hablas, and we speak always in that way, you know, like tú, usamos tú en vez de usted, vosotros. Entonces eso es, el libro está, the book is translated in that way completely. So we would have to change many things to speak in that other formal way, in usted.
Yeah.
So for example, conversations between Clint and Dr. Naram are Clint, ¿qué es lo que quieres? So it's not Clint, usted qué desea o sí, es la otra manera. So we will need to come on a way to do that, because I have no idea. Again, I don't know if Harry Potter version from English to Spanish is, I don't know how they do it. For example, in the movies, they do a Latino version of the audio translation, or how do you say, doblaje, and they do Spanish one, because it's the voices are different, but when it's written, I think it's mainly things like that. I mean, I agree on do it on a South American version only, because there's more people in South America than in Spain. So we can do that.
You know what? I have faith on this project. I truly do. I have 100% faith. And I think it's going to come out what it has to have. And it's going to come from our hearts. So I don't think we should worry about it. We'll just get together and do what we have to. And it's just fantastic.
Okay.
Beautiful. So what do you suggest as next steps?
What I suggest getting together and start reading to each other. That's my suggestion.
May I ask something?
Absolutely.
Hi, this is Marie from the Netherlands. I want to ask if the translation into Dutch is already done.
Ah, beautiful, Marie. Such a great question. The translation is completed, but we need people to help proofread. Would you like to help proofread?
Yes, please.
Great. Can you put your email address in the chat, and then I make sure I connect you with Jenny?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Ask it because I have practice, massage and coaching practice. And right now I'm talking fully about the book and the course. And I feel all my clients always follow me. So they have, so you have something new. I said, no, you know, you already get the marma from me, but this is deeper. And they all say, oh, you go ahead, because we all will benefit of it. And some of them can read English, but I know that it will be very welcome if there is a book in Dutch, then I can start buying it for my clients. Okay, I'll put my email in the chat, because if
Marie, you don't understand what a gift that is, because literally Jenny just completed and she's been looking for proofreaders. So the fact that you came on this call about Spanish and asking about the Dutch is totally a gift. So thank you so much for showing up. It's so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
I thought, who am I to help? It's already done, but I like writing, I like reading. And, yes, I would like to be part of it.
Fantastic. That's so great. All right, let's go back real quick to Spanish. Just everyone, how does that sound? Just give me if it sounds good that you feel like you'd like to meet, and at least we do it for the introduction and first chapter, see how it feels. We go that far. If that feels like a good plan to go read it together and give feedback together, give a thumbs up. Is that, just want to see any thumbs up if you like that plan, that idea. Okay, good. So good, we got a lot of thumbs up. So then the next thing is scheduling a time for that. And according to me, the sooner the better. And it's fun to do, and it's an enjoyable thing, but I don't know your schedule. So Diego, I should leave it in your hands. When is the next soonest time that you're available for that?
Today is Wednesday. We could do maybe we could read a chapter, like a first trial on chapter 1 before next Wednesday, maybe.
Good. So you're thinking next Wednesday we could do it. Do you have any days before then that are possible by any chance? Just curious, like any Thursday?
Yes, sure. Yes, on my afternoons, and this time is fine.
This time. So let's say For everyone else, is there a better, like if we just say, for instance, Friday, so in 2 days, the 11th, at the same time, any chance that can work for everyone? So it would be 9 a.m. Pacific, it'd be noon Eastern, it would be 6 p.m. in Spain on Friday. So I don't know if that works for everyone. I'm getting some thumbs up.
6 p.m.
Aida's the only one. She's busy on Friday night. I think she's probably working.
What time did you say Eastern time?
6 p.m. in Spain, but
Eastern time.
oh, noon, at noon Eastern on Friday.
Okay.
Does that work for you, Michelle?
Yeah, I will make space for that. Yes. I will.
Aida, is there a better time earlier or later on that day that could work, or is the whole day not good for you?
No, I work 5 days a week, the whole day. So the only days this month I have available and I am free is on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Okay, Wednesdays and Thursdays. Beautiful. So what we'll do is we'll make sure that you're involved in the next one. Maybe we could schedule 2 times, one for this Friday and then maybe one for next Wednesday. Does that feel good to everyone? So we can do Friday same time and Wednesday same time. And at least we have 2 times scheduled where we can come together. And I know not everyone will be able to make every time, but I think the more people that are there, first of all, you'll enjoy it. But second of all, we can get that, your ear is unique to you and you're hearing from your heart. And so we definitely want you involved as many of the sessions as possible. Diego, does that sound good to you? This Friday, the 11th at 6 p.m. Spain time, and then Wednesday, the 16th at 6 p.m. Spain time?
Yes. I'll be a bit late this Friday, but I will join about 20 minutes later, if that's okay.
Okay, let's ask this question for everyone. What if we start 1 hour later on Friday? So 7 p.m. Spain time, 10 a.m. Pacific, and 1 p.m. Eastern. Michelle, does 1 p.m. Eastern work for you on Friday?
Yeah, I mean, eventually I would rather do it at night, but I could figure things out. I could do that, yeah.
Okay, cool. Elena, does that work for you? 10 a.m.? No, that doesn't work for you at that time. 9 a.m. works for you. Got it. So what about 9:30? I just want to make sure that Diego is there. I gotta have Diego there. What if we say 9:30, which would be 12:30 p.m. Eastern, and also would be 6:30 p.m. Spain. Diego, does that work for you? 6:30 p.m.?
Yeah, it works.
Okay, great. And Giovanni, does that work for you in terms of timing? Great. So we will plan on that. I got my next call coming, but Friday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, which will be 10:30 a.m. for me. And I'm going to be on and I'm going to be listening. I'm going to be learning Spanish.
There you go.
And I'll send everyone a message confirming this, just reminding you of it. But I love you. I'm with you. I'm so grateful for you. If you have any ideas, make sure Janet, you can send them to Janet. She put her email in there. And Marie, I'll connect you with Jenny right away. I love you and I'm with you. You're going to mute yourself and say, I love you and I'm with you.
I love you.
I'm with you. And I'm with you.
I love you. I'm with you. God bless you all.
I love you and I'm with you.
Te amo.
Gracias.
Oh, wow.
Adiós, amigos.
Adiós. Nos vemos el viernes.
Gracias, Clint.
So excited. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining last minute, Giovanni. So grateful you're here. Everyone, so grateful. Aida, Michelle, Janet, Elena, everyone. I love you and I'm with you.